Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I want to talk about Derek Brunson today because we all thought that Derek Brunson, especially since his last fight, he was saying, I want one more fight and then I'm going to retire. But Derek Brunson came out and just said he wants to fight 4 times in this year. It looks like he's really dialed back that retirement talk. It's not even going to be close to retirement, and I feel like, long story short, Derek Brunson is going to be one of those fighters that goes out on a horrible note. However, through the years, and that's where the memes came from, blonde hair Brunson, he's just been beating person after person after person after person. All of a sudden, he was on a win streak, and that's what people were talking about. Blonde hair Brunson. He's on a roll. He's undefeatable. And then again, he lost his last fight. But it's going to be really interesting to see Derek Brunson want to fight in 4 times next year. That'd be crazy. Derek Brunson doesn't seem the type of guy to troll, so I kind of believe him. I wonder if or is he just saying that because he knows that the UFC will never give him a title fight if he's saying that he's going to fight one more time and retire? Because I know he had his eyes on the title. Maybe he could rematch Robert Whittaker or something, finally beat Robert Whittaker, especially seems like because he was open to an opponent, Robert Whittaker. He just had his fight with Paulo Costa fall out. So Derek Brunson could step in and be like, hey, I'll fight you. You beat Robert Whittaker. Now what's next? Nothing's next but the title fight. You know what I mean? Just, it depends on, they're probably going to do the rematch between Pereira and Adesanya, but at the same time, it's like, Derek, you have an opportunity to get towards the title. So I was wondering if he's sincere in that. I don't believe he's trolling, but I think that he could be coming from the angle where it's like, hey, I have one more fight and then I could possibly get a title fight. That might be where he's coming from. So he might be lying. Regardless, I just don't think he's trolling. That's the whole thing. So who will Derek Brunson fight? It's a very interesting question. I've been thinking about this all day because, of course, I saw the tweet while I was at work, and I was just thinking about it. I follow with a lot of MMA stuff at work. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of time thinking and talking about MMA, hence the channel. I talk about it with my friends, too. It's just... Anyways, Derek Brunson, I think the perfect fight for him is Khamzat Chimaev. Derek Brunson has very underrated takedown defense, and Khamzat Chimaev is a animal on the ground. He's been looking, he just rushes forward, takes people down, so I would love to see those two clash and see who wins in the wrestling. Plus, Khamzat, he had a big problem, as we all know, making weight at welterweight, and he's been eyeing that middleweight title. They're not just going to throw him into a middleweight title fight unless, of course, there are no other options for Pereira, or if it's like a last-minute thing that Chimaev could step in, because obviously Chimaev is that guy. I would just love to see him fight a guy like Derek Brunson, and in Khamzat Chimaev's eyes, it seems like it could be a winnable fight, because Derek Brunson, a lot of fighters do look at that guy where he's like, okay, this is probably one of the lesser dangerous opponents that'll fight, and then Derek Brunson all of a sudden just wins, especially if he's blonde hair Brunson, you know what I mean? So people underrate him a lot, so I can see Khamzat actually accepting this fight, UFC putting this fight together with their hopes to promote Khamzat Chimaev in the middleweight division, because that was the whole point of Khamzat, right? Welterweight, middleweight, whatever you want him, he'll take on the short notice, he'll take on anybody, he'll fight, and Khamzat's saying that people are ducking him. I don't think Derek Brunson would duck him, and I think it's a perfect fight for him. If Derek happens to beat Khamzat Chimaev, he is in a very good spot for a #1 contenders fight. He'd be on an absolute roll. He would be the massive, he would be talked about forever, being the guy to beat Khamzat Chimaev. You know what I mean? That would be wild for him to do. So that's the fight for him I would like, and this is where I'll leave it up to you guys. I want to know what you think. Do you think that Derek Brunson is actually going to fight 4 times in 2023? I don't think so personally, but I'm not against the idea. You know what I mean? Again, what do you think he'll do, and how do you think the matchups are for him? Who do you think he should fight? I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching this video.